Men fought like brutes, and hideous things were done. And you have nourished hatred, harsh and blind. But in that Golgotha, perhaps you'll find the mothers of the men who killed your son. Reconciliation, Siegfried Sassoon, 1918. Letters to the Editor, The Times, June 1919. Sirs, I wish to express my shock and disgust upon reading in your newspaper a large advertisement for a highly reputable travel company promoting tours to the battlefields, 5-day visits to the Ypres and the Somme areas of northern France and Belgium. The very next day, you carried a report on the same topic, in which it was stated that several thousands of visitors have already undertaken tours provided by this company and other groups. It was accompanied by an illustration showing a group of ladies taking a picnic beside a battlefield that was identified with a signboard. Am I alone in finding it utterly distasteful that these sacred places where so many of our brave men lie, having given their lives for king and country, are now being desecrated by the spectre of commercial tourism? Yours, etc. Sirs, your correspondent claims to be shocked by the thought of the battlefields of the Somme and the Salient being desecrated by the spectre of commercial tourism. Having just returned from such a tour, I must protest that our visit was the very opposite of such a thing. My wife and I undertook this pilgrimage with the greatest of humility and with the sole purpose of honouring the sacred memory of our 2 sons, both lost to war, and it brought us great solace to visit the places where they died. In addition, visitors like ourselves are bringing vital income to these areas, which will help support the almost unimaginable task they face in rebuilding the towns and villages devastated by war. The sacrifice of our brave men must never be forgotten. We believe that tours to the battlefields are one way of continuing to offer a vital reminder of the importance of striving for world peace in decades and centuries to come. Yours, etc. Chapter 1. Ruby, July 1919. It was like the strangest of dreams, standing here on the deck of the steamship, with the blue sky above, the sun glittering off the sea like a million diamonds. To her right, the grey slate roofs of the little town huddled almost apologetically beneath those magnificent cliffs, so much higher and more brilliantly white than she'd ever imagined. She could scarcely believe that she was about to leave the shores of England for the first time in her life. It was not an adventure she had sought, much less desired. Why would she want to cross that treacherous stretch of water, the English Channel, to visit a country so recently torn apart by 4 years of terrifying, tragic events? She was still only 21, and she considered that her short life had been tragic enough, thank you very much, without inviting further danger and heartache. What she most wanted, now that peace was here, was to live a quiet, ordered life, honouring his memory by working hard and trying to be kind to others who grieved like her. There were plenty of them, for heaven's sake. No family had been left untouched by the tragedy. She would keep herself to herself, would never allow anyone else to break her heart. "It's the best I can do," she wrote in her diary. "The only thing I can do, when he's given his future to make ours safe from the Hun. How else can we make sense of it all?" So when, after serving tea that early June afternoon, his parents solemnly sat her down in one of their overstuffed armchairs and presented her with the Thomas Cook brochure, she thought at first it was some kind of joke. "Tours to the battlefields of Belgium and France," she read out loud.